In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to build a string out of the elements in an array. So in this program right here, I'm going to be prompting the user for a list of colors, and then I want to print out a message when they're done with all their colors listed. And the message I want to look like this. Like, let's say they enter the colors red, green, and blue. I want to print out red and green and blue. So I want to print out all of the elements, but separated with the word and. So right now I have an array called colors, and then I have a function called getColors, and I'm going to pass that array. So in the getColors function, my parameter is also named colors, and arrays, remember, are passed by reference. So this colors is the same as this colors up here. I could call this something else like dog, and dog would just be another name for this same array, same location and memory. So in this function, I'm going to create an empty string, and then while that string is not equal to the word done, I'll prompt the user to enter a color or the word done to stop, and then I'll store that into this variable color. And then I'm going to change that to lowercase just to make sure that if the user does anything weird with the case, all the letters are going to be lowercase. So I'll convert everything to lowercase, and then I'll store it back into that color variable. If the color is not equal to done, I'm going to go ahead and append it to the array. Okay, and then so this does the loop for prompting. So I'm just going to, it's not going to run right now because I don't have any statements in my print colors. So we'll just continue on. So after I get the colors, I'm going to pass that list to the print colors function. And when I say list and array, it's basically the same thing. In most languages, it's called an array, but in Python, they call it a list. And there's more reasons around that we won't go into right now. So in the print colors function, I'm going to pass the array colors, and then I want to loop through and I want to build a string. So what I need to do is I need to start with an empty string. So I'm just going to call this color string. And I'll just start that off with an empty string. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to append the element in the array, and then the word and then the next element, and then the word and then the next element. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be building this long string. So I'm going to loop for the length of the colors array. So I'll do for index in range len colors. So remember, this function, len colors, will return how many elements are in the array, and then it'll generate that many numbers, and it'll store each of those numbers into index one at a time. Okay, so for each index, I'm going to get that color and I'm going to append it to color string. So I'm going to say color string is assigned color string. So I'll take what's already in there and I'm going to add colors subindex. Okay, so this is going to take what's in the string and it's going to just append the color at index, this index. And remember, I'm generating the index from the length. So if the length is 3, it's going to generate the indexes 0, 1, and 2. Okay, so 0, 1, and 2. And so after I've appended the word for the color, I need to append a space, the word and another space. So I'll do that same thing. So color string is assigned color string. So take what's ever in there already and append to it a space, the word and another space. Okay, and then keep doing that for each element in the array. And then when I'm done, I'll go ahead and print the color string. And I could say something like you entered and then the color string. Okay, so let's go ahead and give that a try. So I'll do red, and then green, and then blue, and I'll hit done. And you entered red and green and blue and, so I have a problem, right? I don't want to append the word and after the last element, okay? But I do want to append and if it's not the last element, right? So I'm going to have to ask that question. If the index is equal to the last element index, so how do I figure that out? I can say the length of colors minus 1, right? If the length is 3 and I subtract 1, that will give me 2, and that's the index of the last element, correct? So if it's not equal, whoops, I should have said not equal. If it's not equal to that last index, then I'm going to go ahead and append the word and. If it is the last index, what do I want to do? Nothing, right? I'm done. I've already appended the last color, and I only want to append the word and if it's not the last index. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this and see what happens. Red and green and blue, and done. You entered red and green and blue. Okay, so in your practice problem with your group partner, you'll be doing something similar with hobbies.